Oh, hello, hello. Thank y'all for tuning in to another great epic episode of Just My Opinion Reviews. I really do appreciate it, guys. We are going live this time. This is Book III Raising Kanan, Season 4, Episode 5. What is the title of the episode? The Nail That Sticks Up. And there is no plot synopsis. Of course, I will be talking about this show, spoiler field, up, down, left, right, in, and out, as if you've already seen the episode. So if you don't want to be spoiled, I strongly suggest you turn away right now. I mean, the whole episode is available right now on Starz. Okay, so you can go watch it, then come back and check out all of my spoilery goodness because I'm going to get into all of it. And I gotta be honest with you guys, I'm really mixed on the show right now. When the first 2 seasons dropped, I thought it was just some of the best power that we've ever seen, besides the original show. But then in the middle of season 3, where Joey Badass, Unique, was assumed dead, it took a dip for me. Ronnie was just going kind of crazy. Now, at the beginning of season 4, I was really happy that Joey Badass, that Unique, was back. But I'm not really in love with this character right now, going around causing all types of ruckus and chaos. And it just seems so unnecessary. And we're definitely going to be getting to that. But there are some other characters in the show right now that I am just not a fan of as well. They are really frustrating me. They are really grinding my gears. It has to do with Marvin. I was at the edge of my seat last episode, not knowing how things would play out with Juke coming in and saving the day, taking out the abuser, the domestic abuser that was hurting Maria. And I was wondering, I was like, man, how long are they going to push this right here? How long is this going to be circling around Jukebox and Marvin as far as them trying to get away, trying to escape, trying to cover their tracks, etc.? It does seem like there's a lot of plot points that this show does introduce, and I'm not necessarily a fan of how they get rid of it and move on to the next. I could be wrong. I could be jumping the broom. You guys let me know what you think. Also, if you guys can hear me as well, I would really appreciate it. Now, one example of that is how they kind of introduce a story point, plot point, and then get rid of it. I have not been a big fan of what they did with Butter. But actually that has nothing to do with this episode. So let me go ahead and try to stay on topic. But before I do, I just want to thank everybody that decided to watch this with me at 6:28 a.m. in the morning, CST. Central Standard Time. I see that we have 10 people watching right now. Can we please have 10 thumbs up? I would really appreciate it. And shout out to UT Kane. Yes, sir. We are early today. Fire. Yes. We are early today. But one of the things that really did grind my gears in this episode, we got to talk about it now. It's famous. Is Famous dead? I don't want Famous to be dead. If Famous is dead, I just won't be able to do it. Not only is Famous dead, or maybe he is dead. I'm 99.9% sure that he's dead. Is that it was done off screen. Who killed him? Who is the perpetrator? I'm kind of hoping that it's a farce and they're tricking us with clever editing and angles and all of that. But if the mother identifies the body, it's pretty much a closed case right there. I don't know how you can get around that. And if anybody is going to if anybody is going to identify a body, it's going to be the mother. And the way that she was emoting at the end of this episode, as she was looking through the glass, is heartbreaking. I mean, it really is. You take Famous, one of the favorite characters in the show, and you potentially kill him. You take Joey Badass, another favorite character in the show, and you turn him into an evil villain that's going around killing people for no matter what. And then you have Marvin, who is actually my favorite in the whole show. and you have him killing Terry. I mean, I don't know. 3 of my favorite characters are just doing stupid stuff. And then you have my least favorite characters that are getting a good amount of screen time with Lulu. Now, again, I have nothing against Lulu. I think the actor playing him, Malcolm M. Mays, is a phenomenal actor. I think he's great. I was able to participate in a group roundtable interview with him with Africa, or either last season or the season before that. And he seemed like a cool dude before we even hit record, you know? I mean, I honestly think I would seem like I would hang out with him or something or get a drink, you know, if, you know, that presented itself. So I'm not trying to like poo-poo on the actor, but I was rubbed the wrong way with how it ended in season 3, with him having to get Scrap's mom killed. But again, I'm drifting away. I digress. Let me stay on topic. We're talking about Famous. And I should have known by the end of this episode that he was going to die, or that it was going to be revealed that he was dead, because it started off with him going through all types of BS in domestic violence at home. His daddy or stepdaddy, I mean, I hope that it's his stepdaddy at the very least, was beating him. I hope Famous did not steal the money. Not saying that if he did, the beating was justified, but it really stinks. I was rolling my eyes at first like, boy, if you do not leave that toy behind and get out of there, you know, you're asking for it, but not really. Now, I'm not necessarily mad at young Famous for doing that. I mean, he's a child. He's a little boy. He really does not understand what's going on. But as far as the mother is concerned, the way when she let him go back in the house to get the toy, I'm like, woman, what are you doing? Why would you allow him to do that? You need to get out of there ASAP, okay? Your life is on the line right now. We cannot afford this, okay? You are scaring me. But, you know, they was able to get out of there and go to some form of a homeless shelter. So that's cool right there. I'm really glad that they were able to get out of it. But I mean, that really just has to be a rude awakening, man, to where you just have to get up and escape because you have nowhere to go. And I really felt sorry for the mom, Miss Figaro, just saying, babe, we have nowhere else to go. We don't have nothing. We don't have nothing. Now, I think it's safe to assume that the abuser never did come back around to haunt them, because now we're in present day and we haven't heard of him since. So that's cool right there. I'm glad they was able to escape, but at the same time, I guess it may not mean anything if Famous is really dead. We also have Martinez and his bitch ass as he's giving Famous's mom the runaround. I definitely want him to get his ass beat in the show. I definitely want him to die. The man is despicable. You know, I didn't like the way that he was trying to hem up Kanan early on in the season when he was just walking by, minding his own damn business. And so, you know, that's just really frustrating right there. Something else that's frustrating with this season and the character so far is you can't trust nobody. Everybody is stabbing everybody in the back. Everybody is trying to get over on one another. And I have an audience somewhat that enjoys the Power series and enjoys the show and or enjoys my coverage. But I also have part of my audience, my subscribers, that have asked me, Brendan, why are you covering this show? This is not a good look for Black people. All it does is promote drugs, sex, violence, and all forms of degeneracy. I can somewhat understand where you're coming from, but I disagree. Because in this show, I think it is a great representation of a life not to live. Because I have never seen a success or heard a success story where somebody makes it out of this life alive and well. You either end up dead or you end up in jail, or both, or whatever. And so if you don't want to end up that way, here's a prime example of what not to do. But even if you don't want to look at it that way, and you want to say that this is a bad look on Black people and a bad look on the race, in the show Power, and the main show, the spinoff shows, every group is involved in this game. Blacks are involved, whites are involved, browns are involved, yellows are involved, reds are involved. No, I mean, white people, black people, Asian people, Indian people, Hispanic people, Chinese people, Japanese people, every group is involved in this in this lifestyle at some level. And so, I just don't, see the issue there. But you guys can let me know if you do agree or disagree with that sentiment right there. Now, I do have a question for you guys. I was trying to look up this actor's name right here, but I was not able to come up with it. And I'm not going to play too much because I don't want to get a copyright strike. But this gentleman right here, okay, that is running the numbers with Kanan. Okay, let me take that away because I don't want a copyright strike. And what up with your man, Torian? It's been a minute. Guy makes great videos, very conscious in the black community and our fight for justice. Real Talk makes good videos and is unapologetic about his. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe. And Torian, I can't remember if you're a fan of Power or not. I mean, I'm pretty sure you are. You wouldn't be here. But, are you covering this? Let me know. I could be tripping. But this character right here seems like he's betraying Kanan. And I don't like that. I don't want any type of betrayal. I mean, him and Kanan got a nice thing going on right now, and then you are giving information to Unique. What's also crazy to me is the Unique is the one that robbed you. Are you aware that Unique is the one that robbed you and now you're giving information? What did Kanan do to you to where you have to kind of stab him in the back or not be upfront with what's going on? I don't like that. I mean, as long as Kanan did not take advantage of you, manipulate you, lie to you, steal from you, trick you, what is the what do you have to gain here by betraying Kanan with the guy that robbed y'all in the first place? I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe somebody can help me understand. I would really, really appreciate that. But that just did not add up to me whatsoever. And again, I'm not trying to be ugly. But I thought that this gentleman, this actor, was just short. But he may be shorter than usual with some of the, I mean, is he a little person? Please forgive me if that is not a politically correct term. I'm not trying to throw any shade. And I'm pretty sure that little people don't want sympathy. I could be wrong. I don't know any of them personally. But when I do see them, I don't know. I have a respect for them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the life they live is normal to them, but it's not normal to me. So maybe I should step away from this topic right now. I'm probably sounding extremely ignorant, but I'm also trying to be honest and transparent as well. So, but you guys let me know, why would he betray him like that? I just don't understand. We got a comment right here from Miss Sweet Thing. And hey guys, if y'all feeling generous today on this Friday, if it's payday for you or whatever, send me a super chat. I don't understand why Unique is not mad at his brother Ronnie. Well, I think he is mad at his brother Ronnie. I mean, what type of expression would you like? He's dead. I could be wrong though in my assessment of your comment. We got this from DeMarcus Vaughn. This episode was a solid 8. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I was wondering why he didn't tell Kanan. Right. Famous got killed off screen. I know. I'm not really a fan of that right there. What's up, DeMarcus? OC doing that because if he don't, he gonna get killed anyway. That's why. Okay. Well, I mean, at least tell Kanan, man, put him up on game. Unique could kill him, not tell nobody, and go kill Kanan and Rob Rock or anybody anyway. So at least do your due diligence, if I understand. Rock will realize that Unique is alive because of Pernissa. A good point right there. I didn't think about that right there. I didn't think about that, but good point. Yeah, at the very least, Unique should be going around asking questions and let his baby mama know, Pernissa, that he's alive. What will he lose if he does, hey, Pernissa, I'm alive, baby. I'm the one that's been dropping the money in the mailbox. That is me. I'm going to make sure that our family is taken care of. I don't think Pernissa, I mean, she loves Unique. She wants him to be around for as long as possible. If he does reveal the truth, like, hey, baby, I'm here, I don't think Pernissa's going to get mad and out him and be like, hey, my baby's alive over here, okay? Sound the alarm. Hold on, what's that? Sound the alarm. You know, like she's not going to do that. She's going to keep her mother freaking mouth shut because she doesn't want anything to happen. You know, baby, I'm glad you're back. Thank you for communicating. Thank you for the money. If we have to continue to keep you hidden, to keep you alive, I'm down. Just try to come through every night at 2 a.m. to knock this box off, and then you can go back and hide out in your storage unit or whatever. And I'm being serious too. You know, be smart about it. Now, a lot of people were saying, and you know, when Unique came back and at the very beginning of the season that he's not going to be in the right, you know, mindset. He's crazy because of traumatic brain injury. But they're not really giving a good, they're not really doing a good idea of selling that plot point that that's what he's going through. It just seems like he's bitter and horny for revenge. That's what one of the men said earlier in the episode when he was trying to, you know, create an Avengers team to take out Rock, which is crazy. Thank you so much for the super chat, DeMarcus. I do appreciate it. $5 from DeMarcus. Rock will realize Unique is okay. Thank you. Got that comment already, but now it is in the form of a super chat. Thank you. Super chats go a long way. They do go a long way. Thank you. Let's see here. The longer he waits to tell Pernissa, he's gonna feel away at least for it taking so long. Right. That white rapper was MC Search from third base. Thank you, DeMarcus, again. I honestly have no idea who that is. So I do apologize right there. Now, let me take a break. Let me see. Have I said everything I want about Famous? You know, the episode started with him and the domestic abuse. I like how towards the end they did give us a flashback scene of what he did in season 2 or season 3 when he was talking to his mom, like, hey, mom, I did get involved in some dumb stuff. I can't go back and change the past. I can't undo it. I wish I didn't do it. A very, very nice, loving Kodak moment. Why did they have to kill what was the reason? And I was talking to, I think it was Tyra I was talking to about this, or maybe somebody else, but maybe there was some type of contractual obligations or something like that to where they couldn't keep him in the show. That's the only thing that would actually make sense to me, because they didn't show us that. Yeah, we have not got any new footage of Famous at all in this show. So I'm assuming that they had to write him out. There had to be some type of contractual obligation and they couldn't renew it. And they was like, okay, we have to write him off. We have to kill him off screen or something like that. That's the only thing that would make sense to me. Because yeah, that has to be the reason. If there's any other experts out there that have any information that can provide that, please let me know. But I'm just not understanding that. And also the way the episode ended with Kanan crying like that, I don't think we've ever seen Kanan show that level of emotion. You know, that's just really interesting right there. I do like that. So R.I.P. Kanan, you know, I hope he isn't dead, you know, but if he is, you know, I definitely don't want that to happen. But now, guys, let's talk about Marvin, man. Let's talk about Marvin. I like Marvin. He is one of my favorite characters. Of course, he was really sad when he found out the news that Andre, the attorney, had been taken out. He doesn't know by who, but that was some bad news. Bad news bears. And, you know, hey, Rock, Andre used to get us out of a lot of stuff. And Jukebox killed the other abuser at the end of the episode. She's trying to treat Marvin's wounds. I like that. Another Kodak moment between these two and their relationship, I think is fantastic because, as we know, the relationship between Juke and Marvin at the beginning of the show, season 1 was trash. But Marvin realized his ways and was like, I want to be a better dad. Makes me love him more, and I don't want him to die. I thought he was going to die at the end of the episode 4. But no, he's alive, you know. The cops think it's a home invasion. They think it's a robbery. Apparently, there's no DNA all over the apartment, but you know, that's just kind of interesting right there. Maybe the cops are lazy or something, and they just don't want to do their due diligence to, make sure that, there was no other type of perpetrators there or anything like that. But it seems like they swept this under the rug. Mariah's not tripping either. She did ask Juke if she had anything to do with it, but man, that is a relief right there for her. And that's interesting. That is interesting. Her prayers were answered. And I'm not mad at her for that. She was like, I wished him dead a lot. And in general, that's wrong. But if somebody's beating your ass every day, and you can't escape, that's horrible. Some people have the argument, why don't you go to the police? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? In some cases, yes, that is an easy solution. But in other cases, it's just not that easy. And some people rather get their ass beat and stay alive than try to get somebody involved, and they end up dead. They end up 6 feet under. But my thing is this: for this show to not be forgettable, I don't know if I am going to be cool with them sweeping this under the rug as well. It doesn't have to be all drawn out and hang on for the rest of the season. However, they did kill somebody. And I think he served in the armed forces, in the military, in one of the various branches. And so, I'm just kind of curious there. Let me know what you think. So I love Marvin and all that, but at the same time, Marvin is pissing me off. First of all, early in the season, Stefano gave him an assignment. Hey, I got this dude over here that's acting up. He's not following protocol. He's doing this. He's doing that. Go shake him up a little bit. Marvin killed him. Just killed him. Blah, blah, blah. Same thing here. Rock, and mind you, Marvin is not communicating with Rock because he still has not admitted that he was meeting with Stefano in the first place. Rock gives this guy instructions. Hey, go over here, talk to Terry, get him to act right. Press, but don't press him too hard. Yeah, and Rock, Marvin's like, I don't know, Terry is tougher than we think. I don't think he's just gonna bend his wheel, bend over like that. And it's funny that they kind of pistol whipped the little brother that was acting all delusional a couple of seasons ago. But then Terry is not backing down. Terry is not afraid, but Marvin just ends up killing Terry. Like, why are you doing that? You're just drawing more attention to y'all's operation for you to get caught. Again, how do you think Quan is going to respond to this? He didn't respond well to Unique killing his wife's cousin. And now how's Quan going to respond to this? You're bringing more cops into the situation. Andre is dead, which at this point, so he can't do no snake moves and get you out of some mess if you happen to get in it. And also now you have no one to move your product. At the very least, you could have beat Terry's ass and be like, hey, or broke his leg or arm. Hey, if you don't move the product, we're gonna break the other arm. But now he's dead because you want to be emotional Marvin. That doesn't make any sense. How is Rock going to react to this? How is Quan going to react to this? It just really does suck. It really does suck. Now, another thing, because I said at the very beginning of this, I'm mixed. I may not like this reaction right here, but staying on Marvin, man, what the hell is going on with with Mama Joyce? I understand. Look, it sucks that she was hurt and she fell down and she's in pain with the cancer and the medication and she just doesn't want to live anymore. I completely understand. I was really happy with Marvin not killing her and sending her to an early grave. Only way I would be cool with that is if he communicated with the rest of the family and was like, this is what our mama wants. She asked me to do it. And they could have made a decision. Even if they talked about it and disagreed, at least Marvin, could have felt better about himself because he communicated. And he could have had Joyce admit herself, like, yeah, I don't want to live anymore. This is too painful. I've lived a long life. Please inject me with the drugs. I'm out of here. Even if the rest of the family disagreed with that, at least one, Marvin could have communicated. And two, you could have heard Voice express herself while she was still alive. So there'd be no problems. But the fact that Joyce, and I don't know, y'all let me know. Was Joyce really trying to be ugly, or was that the medication affecting her brain? Like, Marvin is sorry, Marvin sorry, Marvin sorry. That hurt my heart, man. It's worse enough. It's bad enough that you have to stand over your mom in her deathbed and watch her suffer. But when she's being ugly and mean to you at the same time, that just makes it even harder, to get over and to go through. So I'm just really not a fan of that right there. Now, let's also talk about Miss Imani. Miss Imani is the new producer, the new executive, the new creative that is teaming up with Lau and Lou. Now, it was pretty obvious to everybody that herself and Lou are going to sleep together. It was only a matter of when. I did lose the game because when I was on Lamont's channel with Get a Lot of Games, there was some type of prediction that they was going to get it on in episode 5. That happened. I think I didn't say wasn't going to happen until episode 7. So I'm going to eat crow there. But it was too predictable. It was too predictable. It was too predictable. It was too predictable. Also, do y'all trust Imani? Can she be trusted? Is she an asset, or man? I forgot the opposite of an asset. My vocabulary is trash right now. Opposite of asset, a liability. I'm tripping. Is she an asset or a liability? Liability or an asset? Y'all don't judge me. Everybody has brain farts every once in a while. I mean, if she's just there to be a cute face and to be pretty and to smash, okay. I kind of want her roots to go a little bit deeper, but I don't want it to be too easy. But the ass was easy. Like, hey, Lulu, what are you doing tonight? You want to get a drink? He like, nah, I'm good. I'm trying to stay focused. And shout out to Lulu for trying to stay focused. I do like that. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's right there in your face does not mean that you have to knock it down. I mean, we all men thought like that when we was in the teenage and 20s and stuff like that. But, when you get older, you just don't really give a crap, or at least that is for the most part, or how it should be. But she's like, no, okay, you can come back and look at my record collection. And man, the next scene we see them, her titties out, they just in the bed or whatever. And it was one line of dialogue that she said, and I got to get to it. What did she say? Oh, Marvin, no, not Marvin. Lulu was like, hey, where is this record collection that you told me you was going to show me? She was like, oh, that was a lie. I just said that to get you back to my apartment and get you back in my bed. That's crazy. Now, I'm not offended by that. And I don't want to get too personal, but I'm going to get personal. It's like, it really boggles my mind, the things that women say when it comes to sex. It doesn't bother me at all. I'm not offended by what she said. Or if a woman said to me, hey, no, Brandon, I lied to you. I didn't have a record collection. I just wanted to get you back to my hotel, my room, so we can get it in or whatever. Okay. Now, how would women feel in general if a man said that to them? Oh, I just lied because I wanted to smash, or I just lied because I wanted to hit, or I just lied because I wanted to get back to my apartment. It would be World War IX. Oh my God. Even if they did want to smash in the first place, like they were just longing it. They wasn't seduced or anything like that. And just to get a little personal, I remember a while back, long time ago. And again, I wasn't offended by this. I just found it interesting. Like, how would a woman react if I said this to her? Woman was attracted to me. She says, hey, Brandon, I want to see if me and you are sexually compatible. And then afterwards, I just want to see if we were sexually compatible. Now, I'm not going to get into all the details of what happened after that and the duration of our relationship. But what if a man just says that to a woman? I just wanted to hit just to see if we were sexually compatible. Like, what? She would get offended. So I just kind of find that, thank you, Angela. I just kind of find it interesting, man. Like, just some of the things that women can say sometimes, which is fine with me, but it's a problem if it was flipped on them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Ladies, let me know in the comment section. You have sex with a dude, and he just says, I was just kind of curious, if it was good, if it was wet, if we was going to be sexually compatible or not. And what if you liked him after that and he wasn't interested? Like, well, I just want to see if we were sexually compatible. But, I don't think we are. I'm not that interested. Peace, be gone. Or, I just wanted to get you on my, I don't know. It's just funny to me. I hope we get more from Imani. I wonder what it could be, but I don't know. Now, Rock is up a creek. She doesn't have a plug no more. So she meets up with this Afghan gentleman right here. And he's like, I want to meet everybody. I want to know all the players. I want to know all the paths, all the routes, everybody's that's going to be involved. when she finds out that Unique is going around executing everybody, he may not want to be involved anymore, So, yeah, guys, I mean, they're moving the story forward. I can't necessarily say I'm happy with the direction. I'm really bummed that Famous is dead. It's, are they going to pull a fast one on us and reveal that Famous is still alive at the end of the season like they did with Unique at the end of season 3 with him popping back up? But Famous being dead, man, and Marvin killing Terry were just not good decisions to me at all. I mean, I know Marvin is about that life, but you just escaped from the hair on your little chinny chin chin with murdering the person that knocked down Juke. But for you to just murder somebody else like this, because it just seems like you're making the situation worse than what it already is. I could be wrong, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think in that comment section below. But now let me see what comments we have. What's going on, Steven, how you doing? How you doing? What's good? Says he gives this episode a solid 8. And shout out to Miss Angela. She said, yeah, liability. And so I see that we have, how many people we got watching right now? Let me see. We got 37 people watching right now. So that's what's up. I'm about to head out of here and get my day started. I am not like Tyra with Struggle Reviews TV. She is going to go live on Saturday. I don't know if I'll be able to make that or not. I planned on it, but something else exciting did come up in my life that's very important that I do want to attend at that time. And then I know Lamont will be going live on Monday on his channel with Get a Life Gains. But I have a screening to go to at that time. I think it's for, what movie is this for on Monday? Is it for the amateur? The amateur? Monday. When is the screening? Yeah, it's Monday. So I won't be able to join Lamont on live Monday. But in the meantime, guys, I did do a reaction to the latest Superman trailer, the sneak peek from CinemaCon, so check that out. I'm also covering Dope Thief on my channel. Me and Lamont also have episode 5 recorded. I just got to upload it. We're talking Good American Family, Daredevil, Reacher. Last movie review was Magazine Dreams, and I got another movie review that I'm going to be dropping hopefully later today or tomorrow as well. And so, guys, thank y'all for tuning in on YouTube. Thank y'all for tuning in on Instagram. But I'm going to head out of here. So thank you guys for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget, I'm B. Avery. That's just my opinion. Peace. And I'll see you next time. Subscribe.